Good.
Oh, good.
So
How'd your scrimmaging go last night?
pretty good. I think overall showed a pretty high level conditioning wise. Um, guys really got the basketball up the floor, which was good to see, and very competitive. And so that was probably the theme coming out of last night's practice. Yeah.
After a few practices, anybody caught your eye? Anything caught your eye that maybe you were surprised to see, possibly?
I'm not sure if I can pinpoint anything. I think overall, just the level of competition has been good to see. And so there's a theme or going across the board is guys competing against each other.
Anyone standing out so far?
I really can't, Josh, pinpoint one person standing out. I think guys have been very supportive of each other, but also pushing each other. But not yet can I pinpoint one guy.
How are the rookies handling all you're throwing at them? Because it's a mental load as well as physical, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we talked about what do you do in between sessions, or how do you hydrate and things of that nature. So with a night session, usually you get immediate feedback of whether or not you're doing the right things with your body.
How much did you, after you guys traded for Fournier, how much did you study maybe Denver games to see what he does, what he likes to do, things like that, and what have you seen from him so far?
Well, I did a little bit of studying on all the guys that are new to our team, whether it was watching old Chicago of Ben Gordon, watching Phoenix of Channing Frye, and watching Willie, and also watching Evan in his Denver days. And so going across the board, trying to see what those guys like to do and what they're successful at.
You said from the first day you were here, you like multiple ball handlers. You like guys you can put the ball in their hands and initiate pick and roll, and Evan's one of those guys, right?
Yeah, he's a basketball player. He's a guy that you feel comfortable with him bringing the basketball up the floor, making decisions in the half-court set, and just his ability to just do multiple things, not only spot up and shoot the basketball, but create opportunities for his teammates. He's a basketball player.
He was a 40+% shooter as a rookie, 38 I think last year. What do you see from his shot and his shot selection?
I think he has a great sense of shot selection for sure. I think throughout the course of the practices we've had, he had a mixture of everything, whether it was driving to the basket, also being able to spot up and make threes. He's shown a kind of a consistent array of just basketball understanding, and that's with his shot selection also.
We know you were in Granada for, I think, 3 of his opening games. How much time, I know you didn't talk any X's and O's with him, but how much time did you spend with him?
Well, I think enough to not bother him because he was focusing on his national team, but enough to break bread and also welcome him to Orlando. So hopefully I had the right balance.
I think it's probably impossible for you to be overbearing, probably, but did you guys go out and eat any paella, anything like that?
I don't think I had paella with him that night. I had paella when I was there, and a few other tapas menus that were very delectable, I'd say. And what did I have with Evan for dinner? We broke bread together. I can't remember what we had to eat, though.
Jacque, offensively, with Channing, what have you seen from him in the first 3 practices? Is he showing that he can actually stretch that floor, and what have you seen so far?
Well, he's just opportunities throughout the course of the scrimmage. He's been able to have shots. He just creates a different dynamic of whether or not you want to leave him, whether you want to stay with him. And so I think when you're guarding him, you're always conscious of where he's at. And so hopefully we can use that to our advantage of the defense focused on him and other guys being able to take advantage sometimes.
You've got 3 and 4 guys at most spots. Have you seen that competition for minutes at positions kind of come up already?
It's definitely manifested itself throughout the drill work, throughout the scrimmage. Just overall, that's one thing I've been pretty pleased at, is just the competition level throughout the course of practice.
Have you noticed any new wrinkles or more sophisticated wrinkles to Mo's game?
Mo's been very consistent. I will say that from the start of camp to today, and so that will be his challenge, and he knows that. He's heard that from me, and that's the next step for him. And so I will give him credit for these few days of camp. He's been consistent.
What's on tap for today?
What do we have today? Let's see. We'll kind of go over and break down and the offense that we've put in so far and be very detailed in how we're going to cover it, what exactly we're looking for, and so guys feel extremely comfortable. A little short segment of scrimmaging a little bit, and see if the guys can give good effort after a pretty lengthy session last night.
You added a coach in the offseason, Jay Hernandez. What are some of his qualities that prompted you to hire him, and how did you settle on him?
A lot of the characteristics that the entire coaching staff have. Very humble, loves the game. He played the game and was very passionate about it, and then went on to start his own business and worked with a lot of NBA players, and not only NBA players, but third graders and seventh graders. And so for me, that shows a sense of appreciation for the game. And I first met Jay through Coach Gunning. Jay is a graduate of Hofstra, and Coach Gunning coached at Hofstra. And so that's how I was first introduced to Jay and formed a relationship with him. And off you go.
Did Brett actually coach Jay, or did Brett's time precede Jay?
Brett actually coached Jay. He might not want me to tell you that, because does that signify how old he is?
Doesn't look old enough to have done that. No.
You tell him you did that research and that I didn't spill the beans on that.
Get upset.
A lot of your New York-based guys have worked with him, and they rave about him already, and they've said a lot of good things to say about him.
Yeah, he's been great. He's fit in very seamlessly, and you see it, just his knowledge of the game, the fresh energy that he's brought. Like I said, extremely humble guy, and I'm lucky and blessed that he decided to join us.
Did you speak to a guy like Tobias or Ben Gordon before you offered the job to him?
Across our walks of asking them how their summer workouts were going, whether it was 2 years ago with Tobias, what were you doing in the off season? What are some of the things you've done? So they had no indication of my relationship with Jay, but heard nothing but great things from a lot of guys that he had worked with.
Thanks, Coach. One or two sessions today.
We're scheduled to do 2, but let's see if we can have great effort and have 1 today.